Hi, Leo, and welcome to another general reading riddle here. And this is going to be a quick general reading, I think. We'll see, Leo, what all comes out. Three card spread starting out here. What is going on energetically for the Leo collective? Please remember, Leo, to only take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember to check your birth chart for confirmation, see where you have Leo at, and see how that would apply in this reading to you. I love you so much. Remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember that energy is forever fluid and changing, and depending on your actions and your decisions after you see this video, the energy may change and shift, Leo. I love you so much. So let's see for Leo. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the Most High that wish to see the Leo collective walk the highest path possible. I call on the protection of Archangel Michael as I deliver this message. May I deliver this message with absolute clarity to the Leo collective on what they needing to know energetically. What is this? Eight of Swords, Six of Swords. You're being divinely guided, Leo, to move away from confusion at this time. See what this is? Yeah, because it's heavy. It's heavy, Leo. We have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hermit for Leo. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So Leo, we have the Queen of Wands energy. This is very much a female fire sign or an Aries energy. We also have the Seven of Pentacles here in the current situation. You're assessing the investments. You're looking over the seeds that you have planted in the past and seeing why they're not growing. You've been in deep analyzation over this. What I see happening here is you going into seclusion. You're going into this hermit mode. um, Collective. So if you're looking at this, if you're a tarot reader, this could be release, embody, action, um, situation, obstacle, guidance, past, present, future. Okay, Leo. So if I'm reading this right now, the situation with this Queen of Wands energy, you're sitting in this throne. You're very magical. You're very abundant. Um, you are calling in what is for you, Leo. The Lion of Judah is there pictured on the back of her throne with the sunflowers and the black cat. Very magical, divine, feminine Leo that is, in this reading. The obstacle is the Seven of Pentacles. Like I said, you're assessing the investments of the things, the contracts that you have, up to seven different contracts here. You've been assessing the investments here. There's one particular contract, though, that you have been assessing for a very long time, Leo, and I feel like this is the obstacle for you. The guidance is to enter the hermit mode, the action, right? The hermit is reflecting on the star. This is shadow work. Going into seclusion. You could be around 100 different people and you could still feel alone here, Leo. So let's see. The Queen of Wands is going to be coming out with the Knight of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles is going to be coming out with the Six of Cups. This is soulmate energy, past life soulmate, assessing the investments of a soulmate connection. The past as well. You could be assessing the past. In your action or guidance is the Five of Swords. Right now, this is a mentality challenge for you, Leo. And they're telling you that you need to enter this hermit mode to reflect on this mentality challenge, to find the star, to find hope, faith, balance, renewal within yourself. I do see the Leo collective being successful here with the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. It's a public recognition, success of this endeavor. So I do feel like Leo has a lot of positive energy. I mean, that is their element. Fire is wand energy. So I definitely see that Leo is standing in their power, trying to trust the process, right? Have faith. The Queen of Wands is having faith here. The obstacle is assessing the investments of a soulmate connection, and they're needing to enter reflection in the hermit mode to figure out what this Five of Swords, what this challenge is. All Leos are born to be challenged, but this is out of your element. This is very much up top in the mental realm. They kind of want you to get out of your head. Go do things that you enjoy doing, is what I just heard, Leo. So we're going to move this stuff down. Leo. And we're going to get some Heaven and Hell Oracle deck to see energetically where Leo is in the situation energetically that's going on here. For Leo, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Remember, this deck is not supposed to be looked at as positive or negative. This is just letting us know energetically what's going on so we can better navigate it together. I love you so much, Leo. Let's see. I'm going to shuffle. And we're going to split. Always try to split in fours, collective. Try to, anyway. So in the Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups energy, we have protection coming out. We're going to put it over here. So like I said, the Leo in this reading is divinely protected. They have protection. They have the faith that they are protected here. The obstacle is ritual and ceremony. Kind of put this up there. Excuse me, Leo. The Hermit in the Five of Swords is going to be coming out with new beginnings. So that could be something that you're looking for. Getting full energy with this. Leo, in this kind of guidance, action oriented position, you're reflecting, you're being encouraged to go into hermit mode to discover what the mentality challenge is, but your realization is going to be new beginnings. In your obstacle, we have ritual and ceremony. So maybe the morning rituals, certain ceremonies that you're doing here, you've been assessing the investments of a soulmate connection, wondering when the fruit is going to blossom, correct? On the bottom of the deck, we have truth and justice, and that's going to be coming out with protection. You are divinely protected because you stand in truth and justice. Here in the obstacle, we have contemplation of ritual and ceremony. It's like you need to have faith in the things that you manifest, Leo, is basically what I'm seeing here. You have been contemplating on this connection with this soulmate connection or this soulmate. Politics and ambitions is coming out with a new beginning. So we have projection or propagation of light, propagation of light. So an illumination here. A light has been shed on Leo, or a spotlight has been put on Leo because of the faith that Leo has attained through truth and justice, and knowing that they're protected, that they're going to be successful here no matter the outcome, right? And your ritual and ceremony, you have been contemplating certain rituals, certain ceremonies, the investments that you have put into a soulmate connection here, and whether or not this is something you want to continue down further. In your guidance, you have new beginnings with politics and ambitions. So the things that you're wanting to go after in this lifetime, Leo, that's what they're wanting you to reflect on, because the things that this, middle energy here, I feel is keeping you from reaching your new beginning that is on the horizon for Leo. It could be a connection that is just weighing you down mentally, and you're needing to release that to the divine to be able to bring in the new beginnings that are for you. Leo. Very interesting. We're going to get more for Leo. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the Most High. Show me the cards that I need to see to clarify Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups energy, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Cups energy, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords. Situation, obstacle, guidance for Leo. This Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups energy. What is this for, Leo? Clarifying the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Wands, Leo energy, the Magician. Nine of Wands. You're very guarded, Leo. Coming out in the obstacles, the Hierophant and the Page of Wands. They want you to initiate to the divine. Because of the Justice Scales, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups, they want you to come together and make it a stand to initiate to the divine. Rather than the contracts of the soulmates, they want you to initiate to the divine through ritual and ceremony. They're like, what are you waiting for? Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Leo. That's what it's saying here. In the new beginnings here, with the politics and ambitions, with the Hermit and the Five of Swords. What is this for, Leo? There's the Justice Scales with the King of Pentacles energy. This is a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. But this is also following through with balancing the scales. Wheel of Fortune energy is on the bottom of the deck. This is a turning point for Leo. A positive one, good fortune. But Leo has to have faith in their manifestations and initiate to the divine rather than look for love. Love of the divine is what you should be initiating to, because that is the one love that you can trust, is Jesus of Nazareth himself. The divine love, the divine Father. Instead of initiating to the past contracts that you have been assessment over, the ones that have hurt you, the ones that have left you in a low vibing energy, they want you to release it to be able to enter the hermit mode, to be able to initiate to the divine and follow through with bringing balance. You could have Earth highly aspected here, Leo. You could have Earth moon, like your sun sign could be a Leo, and you could have an Earth sign as your moon, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But this is a mentality challenge, and it's like it's affecting your manifestations, right? Because you're lacking the faith because of certain things, certain events, or certain thoughts that creep into the mind that are causing this delay, right? So that's why they want you to enter the hermit mode, getting away from it all, just to kind of assess the investments of yourself and what you're supposed to be doing here on this earth for Leo. The Magician, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and well, yeah, look, Seven of Pentacles, the Star. It's healing. The Star is in the Lantern. So again, I mean, you just had the Star's in the Hermit, which is the Lantern over here. The Star is here. Let me do it like this. That way we don't get flagged or anything like that. But yeah, it's assessing the investments of hope, faith, balance, renewal within your manifestations. You're guarded right now. Queen of Wands energy, Knight of Cups. Aquarius energy. The Hierophant, the Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Four of Pentacles, the Sun. It's for you to get a spiritual enlightenment on what's holding you back, Leo. And I feel like it's the contracts that you have been assessing over. I mean, here it is. You're trying to bring healing to these contracts, but it's like the divine's telling you, like, hey, let me take care of that, buddy. You got shit to do. Is basically what I just heard, Leo. The Justice Scales and the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords. What is this for Leo? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Six of Swords energy. Page of Pentacles. It's a second chance here, being divinely guided towards a second chance here. Nine of Wands, the Chariot with the Hierophant. They want you to take this guarded energy, move away from it, intuitively move forward to the divine. High Priestess to the Hierophant. On the bottom of the deck is the Emperor himself. So they want you to get serious. They want you to get serious about this turning point because of the heartbreak that you have experienced on this cycle. They kind of want you to release it to the divine. They're telling you, like they're saying, like the contracts that you're trying to invest the assessments over, they want you to surrender it to the divine. Any kind of soulmates, any kind of connections that you have at this time, you're being divinely guided to just surrender and just go somewhere to find peace. Be in this hermit energy. Reflect on the stuff that's going on, hope, faith, balance, renewal within yourself. Instead of assessing the investments of your contracts with the other soulmates, is assessing your investments of your manifestations for yourself, for your legacy, for your destiny successfully. That's the light that they're trying to shine on here, Leo. Okay? Empress energy just came out with the Eight of Swords. You're in a lot of confusion right now. King of Wands energy, the Star. You're wanting to come together with some masculine energy here, Empress. I mean, I do see I'm talking to a divine feminine collective for Leo with the Queen of Wands being there. So this connection with this Emperor, whoever this is leaving you at a low vibe. And your angels, your ancestors are saying, don't you do it. The Seven of Pentacles and the Star. What is this for Leo? The Lovers. Yeah, see? You're assessing the investments of a lover's connection that left you brokenhearted. Gemini energy. That's what the Queen of Wands is assessing. You're healing from heartbreak while assessing the investments of a lover's connection. Leo. The Four of Pentacles and the Sun here for Leo. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's causing you not to focus, Leo. Four of Swords. You're trying to find the mental clarity, the truth of the matter. Chariot. Knight of Pentacles. They're being divinely guided to move forward independently. Like I said, Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Six of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Justice Scales, and the Hermit card. What is this for Leo here? King of Swords energy, transformational energy, judgment. That's your judgment to transform here. Five of Swords, there's a challenge. Ten of Wands, it weighs heavy on Leo. The Five of Swords is on the bottom of the deck, so that you're definitely being challenged here. Your destiny, your legacy, your abundance, everything's being challenged here because of this soulmate connection that you have been assessing over. Somebody from your past, excuse me. Where is Leo when it comes to the Lovers and Three of Swords? Where is Leo? Indecisive on closing out the cycle of the soulmate connection because it's a challenge to bring balance to. Eight of Cups, Five of Cups. You're unemotionally fulfilled, so they want you to take your emotions out of the situation completely. Where is Leo? Even though that you love this person, Leo. Yeah, you do. You do love this person, but where are they? Where is the person? Well, looks like they want to come talk about the contract, whoever this person is. You have two aces here. Leo wants to come forward to talk about the contract with the lover connection. Let me get a different bundle. Here, the Ace of Cups and the Sun here, with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. What is this? For transformation. For a complete start all over. It's a decision that you're going to have to make to be able to break free. Okay? Chariot. They want you to level with the interferences and initiate the Chariot. The Sun, the Sun. Four Pentacles. There's been a delay here until you can initiate to the divine. The Sun, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Swords. The Tower is in reverse. It's not going to be a shock to you that this move is where they want you to have your perspectives. You have three aces now. These are all about new beginnings, and you have new beginnings up here. So it's not a shock that Leo is being told this right now, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, look, the Sun just came out. You have the Sun 3 times collective. That's what you have the Page of Wands, Page of Wands. They want you to initiate that spiritual enlightenment of getting in the chariot, only taking your necessities and nothing of your wants. Enter this hermit mode to reflect on the star, on what's stressing you out, and pull your emotions out because you're in emotional confusion right now, Leo, and that's not good for anybody. The Hermit and the Five of Swords here with the King of Swords and Judgment. Let's see, there could be a masculine in Judgment here. Yeah, this King of Cups energy. Strength card. So it's for Leo to be able to find balance between mind and heart here, is what this Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, immaturity, codependency, toxicity, that's sex addiction. This is a choice that Leo's going to have to walk away from, probably. Let's see. It's a decision. It's a decision on your independence, Leo. So you're at a passionate crossroads with this individual, whoever it is. King of Cups, the Strength card. What is this for Leo? It's a turning point, a strategic turning point. Four of Pentacles, the Hangman. Getting a new perspective on what's holding you back from being independent in your choices for your destiny strategically in hermit mode of the immaturity. Reflecting on all the immature cycles that you've had in the past, Leo. Ace of Cups, Magician, Judgment. So in order for you to get this love blessing, Leo's going to have to call judgment and go forward independently. The Chariot's on the bottom of the deck. This is only taking your necessities and nothing of your wants. It's on the bottom of this deck, the Seven of Pentacles. There you are, assessing the investments of your move forward. I do feel like, Leo, once you take this initiation, and get this new perspective and go ahead and get in this chariot, only taking your necessities and nothing of your wants, that is when the spiritual enlightenment's it's gonna be like a light bulb that went off in your head. Focusing on yourself, Leo, rather than these outside connections. You have to nurture yourself because you cannot feed from an empty vessel. Understand that you are divinely protected and you stand in truth and justice, and your ritual and your ceremonies that you have been in contemplation about, you need to go ahead and do them so you can bring in these new beginnings, to be able to enter the hermit mode, to be able to reflect on the star, to be able to find hope, faith, balance, renewal within yourself, to be able to go towards your ambitions and the things that you want out of this life. They want you to be serious about it. They want you to start turning this wheel, even though that it's a challenge for you. Get in this fucking chariot, assess those investments of your damn self, and publicly recognize your success. Leo, be proud of yourself, of how far you have come and how far you are still going to go. Okay, Leo? We're going to get a shadow card for each placement. What is in the shadow here that we need to be aware of when it comes to this first part? Justice. It's showing up in the shadow. What about the second? Before I say anything, the moon. The last part, Three of Pentacles. Judgment is on the bottom of the deck, showing up in the shadow, Leo. So Judgment Day is upon us. I mean, the justice scale showing up in the shadow. You're struggling bringing balance to this connection, and we've already picked up on that because you're spending too much time assessing the investments of different contracts of soulmates rather than assessing the investments of yourself. The moon is showing up here, the sun and the moon here. It's an aspect, and you're in the shadow. It's emotions. It's for you to be able to take your emotions out of it, because that's where your shadow is like really heavily operating right now. The Three of Pentacles is showing up in the shadow because that's about collaboration. That's about acknowledgement, right? So it's like you're not wanting to fully acknowledge this. You're kind of like sitting it, like as a maybe, or still sitting here debating. But Leo, you are being divinely guided to make this choice of independence, to be able to get this new perspective on what's holding you back. And that's the spiritual enlightenment that you're trying to get from initiating to the divine. This is what they want you to do. They want you to release the contracts to the divine, surrender them, so you can get the messages and the ambitions that you want to go after. You have time to invest in those rather than a connection that may be in transition, right? They don't want you to waste your time, Leo. In this first part here for Leo, I'm just curious, the person that Leo's connected to, where are they in this reading? In this first part with the Lovers and the Three of Swords? They're immature. Hierophant. This is spiritually immature. At a dead end, Ten of Swords. With the Empress. They're at a dead end with an Empress. Because they're spiritually immature. Leo wants someone who's mature spiritually, who understands the laws of the universe and karma. Where is Leo here? Leo? There's that Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Hangman, trying to wipe the slate clean to get a new perspective. All right. Where's the person that Leo's connected to here when it comes to this energy here in the middle? High Priestess, the Sun. So this person is working on, once you initiate to the divine, Leo, this person's also going to get this spiritual enlightenment. I mean, you have the Sun, the Sun, the Sun, the Sun. Sun energy is showing up a lot here. But that's what they're telling you. Like, once you start being able to initiate to the divine, then this person's intuition is going to spark like, holy shit. Let's see where Leo is here. Oh my God, Leo. The Sun, Knight of Wands. You know that this person is immature. So once you get the spiritual, you have the Sun 1, 2, 3, 4 times here in the middle. 5 is over there. You have the Sun overall 5 times in this reading. But once you shine the light that this is a person that is spiritually immature, and you go ahead and initiate and surrender it to the divine's going to come in and start talking to this person's higher self. Like, what the fuck, buddy? What are you doing? Like, that's what they're going to come in at. Let's see. The person over here in the last part here, I feel like it may be connected to an earth sign masculine. I mean, all elements are over here. You have the King of Swords, King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. Three of Swords in reverse, the release and the heartbreak. Oh, I did pick up my bundle. Making sure, no, I didn't. So, Three of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This person is trying to release heartbreak and release spending time alone or feeling left out in the cold and alone. They're trying to release the low vibes of heartbreak. Leo. Where is Leo here? The Chariot. You said, see you later, motherfucker. You're going forward to be independent here. The Star. Leo is going to go forward to heal. That is their justified path here. To be able to trust the process. Knight of Cups, the Star. You're trusting the healing. You're trusting the hope, faith, balance, renewal. You're going to get in this Chariot. Only take your necessities, nothing of your wants, and you're going to go forward and be independent. So this person can also follow suit energetically, whether it's with you or individually. This person, whoever you're assessing the investments over, this Emperor energy, I feel, that has this turning point that's coming. Like I said, the spiritual enlightenment won't come until you get your spiritual enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? And it's very evident with the Sun being here 4 times in your middle of your spread, and then the Sun being here with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the love blessing, the contract that's being communicated about today from your angels, right? It's like in the shadow, it's really hard to be able to balance the light and the darkness right now within this connection. So they want you to give it to the divine, because there's nothing that this Empress, whoever the Leo is in this reading, can do about it on the 3D plane. She's going to have to let the divine take care of it in the 5D. This is the only way that this wheel is going to be turning in the right direction, okay? It's like Leo's trying to take control of the wheel, and they need to give Jesus the wheel. Leo, you need to give Jesus the wheel. Let him drive this. Let him figure it out. You just have faith and attain yourself. Go after your ambitions, your dreams, and bring them into reality. That is what they want you to work on, Leo. The angel number here for Leo, angel number synchronicity, 777, alignment. Your progress is recognized and alignment is here. It is within your reach. The whisper is reminding you to stay the course and feel Source working through you. Your gifts are being recognized. Angel number 777. So, Leo, we're going to get you a mindful message before we close it out. Edge of greatness. The universe is opening doors for me, bringing opportunities my way. I don't crumble at the edge of my greatness. I take the opportunities that come and walk through the doors with absolute confidence. Edge of greatness. This is heart chakra energy here for Leo, and Leo's rule the heart. So, Leo, if you resonated with this reading, please let me know. I love you so much. I will see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye bye.